Hello and welcome back to the Left Turn Cup Series presented by NASCAR Talk America. We are here for race number 10 of 36. Getting close there to that halfway point, but first let's get through this race right here. We got 38 laps here at Auto Club Motor Speedway, and it should definitely be a doozy here as you look at our starting lineup right here. We got Jeff Gordon on the pole with Dale Jr. on the outside. Michael Waltrip in fourth. Matt Kenseth in seventh, or not 17th, but third. There's Mark Martin, somebody who's looking for a win, but you got to point out Kyle Petty, somebody who has not shown much of anything this year. He starts in sixth today, so should definitely be an interesting race. I'm going to go ahead and dial down my favorite here. It's got to be Jeff Gordon. He's one of the fastest cars in practice. He's got the pole, and I have high hopes for him. But don't count out the six here of Mark Martin. We know he's hungry for a win. And yeah, so should be a great race. I'm excited to see how it goes. Should be a fun track in Auto Club, but let's see how this goes. Dale Jr., we can't count him out either. He's had a quiet couple of races here recently, but definitely cannot count him out when we're talking about race winners. And Matt Kenseth's also looking for his first win. Michael Waltrip's up there, but it's going to be a good, fun, long race, and I hope you guys do enjoy this race. As obviously we want to go green this time. Should definitely be interesting. I'm going to take this off. Sunny day here in Southern California, and the pace car is going to roll off right there. There he goes, and Jeff Gordon will lead us to the green flag here in Auto Club. And Jeff Gordon will lead the first lap of the race. Looks like Matt Kenseth might have some form, but we are 3 wide here for third place. Mark Martin, Michael Waltrip, and Dale Jr. 3 wide. But it looks like now Tony Stewart's going to make it 3 wide as the 15 got away there. And this is a multi-groove racetrack, so you are able to hold your line here. So it should definitely be interesting to see what kind of passes are made. And Michael Waltrip up front early. We're going to stay looking at this battle here between Mark Martin and Dale Jr. And also you got Tony Stewart in the 99 of Jeff Burton battling right behind them. But it looks like Jr. is going to get the position here. And now we're going to look back to this battle between now Mark Martin and Jeff Burton. But now we got a little bit of a stack up here. And it looks like it might be 3 wide once again. No, Martin goes in behind his teammate Jeff Burton. But still, Bill Elliott, he wants to make it 3 wide. The inside does seem to have a little bit of an advantage here on the outside, and even farther outside if you count Mark Martin. And that'll fizzle out, but we still got a lot of side-by-side racing here. Let's go ahead and check in on your lead. Jeff Gordon has amassed a pretty large lead here, but we got the 8 of 2 teammates here, the 8 of Dale Jr. and the 15 of Michael Waltrip battling for second place. And then looks like Matt Kenseth might try and make this interesting. Is he going to get in there? No, he goes behind the 15. And the 99's worked his way up as well. Dale Jr. will take the position, though. See if he has anything for our leader, Jeff Gordon. Remember, he kind of had a slow restart, but he's worked his way back up through the field. But Jeff Gordon is your class of the field at the moment. We got some side-by-side racing here with Tony Stewart in the 9 of Bill Elliott. Kurt Busch, your winner at Martinsville, just the last race. He is currently putting his hat in the ring. A lot of side-by-side. It seems like, just like Martinsville, there might just be a battle at somewhere at the track at all times. But and then is Rusty Wallace going to make it 3 wide? Not quite. He just kind of pushes the 97 and leaves the 9 out to dry. Will the 2 get to the inside here? Oh, we got a 3 wide battle up here between 2 teammates and Michael Waltrip. Not really 3 wide. They kind of just all have their quarter panels on each other, but I think it will become 3 wide in this turn, and it does. I believe the 99 really has that preferred line. The inside does seem to be working out better than the middle and high. The middle and high being pretty well equal. I think that was for third, yeah. Third place goes to Jeff Burton. Now we got another side-by-side battle here between the 17 of Matt Kenseth and the 20 of Tony Stewart. There's always a battle going on right now. And actually the 17 is going to get a run off the turn here on Tony. So you can just as easily make the pass on the outside. Matt Kenseth just proved that. Let's look at this battle between the 97 and 9 has been going on for a while here, and I think that's allowed some of these guys back there to catch up. Looks like the 18 and 32, Ricky Craven and Bobby Labonte, those are 2 people we don't see much of when we're talking about up front. I guess they'd usually just sit outside the top 10. I don't know. I was feeling like we were a little higher. But here we go. We got a little, dare I say, 2-car tandems here. Just kidding, not really. But got some side-by-side 2-row action. Oh, it looks like they're going to go to the outside and inside of the 9. That's going to mess up the 9. I think the 15 of Michael Waltrip got around him and Rusty Wallace. Yeah. The 9 just kind of got left out to dry there. 1 second he was being pushed, and the other second he had nobody behind him. And that just kind of, slowed him down. The draft is a factor here at Auto Club, so keep that in mind. Quickly, let's check in on our leader as the 99 battles for second. Now we got a battle for second here between the 8 and 99. And that 99 is fast. I mean, he started like maybe on the edge of the top 10, but this race has progressed. He has worked his way all the way to second. So now that he's got that clean air, is he going to be able to, maybe catch up to Jeff Gordon? He's got a long ways to go, but it's definitely not out of the question here. I've seen many times people work their way through the field just as he has, but kind of single file in your top 5. But here we go right here between the 6 and 15. We got some side-by-side action. Definitely the most we've seen of Michael Waltrip all season long, other than Daytona maybe. And this 9 and 97 just continue to battle. I think. Nope. I thought he might have had him. But nope. Kurt Busch keeps fighting back there. Ricky Rudd there behind him might slide him on the inside of the 97. But no, the 9 just can't quite shake Kurt Busch here. It's been quite a few laps these two have been battling. We're 9 laps into the race. And Ryan Newman gets to the inside of Ricky Rudd. He's probably going to make a pass there. I think Ricky thought he was going to be able to get down in front of him, but the 12 stuck his nose in there, and finally the 9 and 97 are not battling anymore. But now the 97 has to worry about the 12. The 12, not sure where he started. He didn't start even in the top 20, I believe. He now finds himself in 10th, maybe even 9th. I'm not sure. And Jeremy Mayfield, pure talent there in that 19. He's working his way up through the field. Pure sarcasm, of course. And the 12 will clear the 97. Is the 19 going to get to him? Now we got a battle between Bill Elliott and Mark Martin. And I think Elliott's going to get the position here. Inside's, like I said, inside is definitely the preferred line, but we saw Matt Kenseth. He was able to make that pass on the outside. You do get a run, but if they're able to clear you before you can get to their outside, it's not going to help you much. As Bill Elliott clears the 6. Checking back in on your leaders here. It's Jeff Gordon, then Jeff Burton a little ways back, and then Dale Jr. a little ways back, and the 17 of Matt Kenseth. One thing I do have to say about Dale Jr., I don't think there's really been a race where he's had the long run car. He seems to kind of fall off as the run goes on, and you can tell here by Matt Kenseth getting to his inside. I think, I don't know, he got a nice run off the turn. Should be a good battle here. This is for the 4th position. Yep, see Dale fights back on the outside. Is he going to clear him? I believe so, yes. He does clear the 17. So I might have just been kidding when I said he didn't have a long run car. But there you go. The 17 fights back on the inside. There will be pit stops this time, unlike Martinsville. There will be pit stops in this race. As Rusty Wallace might be throwing his hat into the ring here. Not quite yet. There's Tony Stewart. He's running in the 6th position today. He's really been... He's only, what, 1 point out of the points lead, and Jimmy Johnson so far is nowhere to be found today. We'll see if we can find him real quick. Just because he obviously is, yeah, he sits in 16th, so not a great day so far for him, but obviously plenty of time to turn it around. Tony Stewart, as long as he sits here, I mean, all he has to do is finish in front of that 48, and he will take the points lead back. Remember, he had it at the beginning of the season. I got some side-by-side action here between the 15 of Michael Waltrip and the 6 of Mark Martin. Is Mikey going to get a run off the outside? Not necessarily. The 6 is able to kind of get more of a run, actually, than the 15, and he will clear Waltrip. Here is Ryan Newman. He's been working his way through the field. He's in 10th place right now. I guess he hasn't really been working his way through the field. But Newman has been somewhat quiet. Remember, at the beginning of the season, Newman had a great start to the season. I think great might be an understatement. Really consistent. Has kind of fallen off, but he is a young driver. That's so weird to say about Ryan Newman, but he is a young driver and has plenty of time to, I wouldn't say turn it around because he hasn't been bad, but, you know, he has plenty of time to go back to where he was. But it looks like he's actually might have a battle here from Kurt Busch on the outside. Not quite. And I think you're going to take this time. Ward Burton, that's a lap car, right? Yeah, that's a lap car. Not sure what happened there to him. I'm assuming he pit at some point, but there's a lap car. But you got to notice, I'm assuming the lap car must have done something. I could be mistaken, but Jeff Gordon has definitely lost his lead on Jeff Burton. But now Jeff Burton is stuck behind Ward Burton. So is that going to slow him down to the effect that it slowed down Jeff Gordon? Let's see. Looks like he's looking to the inside here. Should be able to get the position. Should be interesting to see. We are going to go ahead and go into, not a commercial break. I'm sure that's what you were thinking. But we're going to go ahead and go into the driver cam presented by the Beast 9696 on Twitch. And we're actually going to go ahead and follow Jeff Burton, your second place runner here. And we'll see if he's able to gain any ground on Jeff Gordon. that was your cockpit view presented by the Beast 9696 on Twitch. If you guys want to go watch him, his link is in the description. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. But as you saw in the cockpit cam, Jeff Burton gained on Jeff Gordon. Now, I think he did kind of lose a little bit at some point, but he was gained on that 24. He's zeroing in on him. So this might be a battle for the lead we'll be looking at here in a couple laps, but we'll check back in on that. Stay close. Rusty Wallace has worked his way into fourth now, passing the 17. Maybe the 22 played as a pick there. Farther back, you got the 15 of Michael Waltrip and the 9 of Bill Elliott. We should be nearing pit stops. Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch there. There's Ryan Newman. And the 77 of Dave Blaney finds himself in 11th place, I believe, or 12th place. Great job by him, 11th place. He has been somebody who hasn't been bad by any stretch of the imagination. I'd say he's doing better than some people and better equipment than him, but still a solid job by him today to run in the top 15. Then of Jeremy Mayfield, since he is oozing with talent. But somebody we got to point out here is Mark Martin. He seems to be falling and falling fast. There you saw the 19 pass him. Now the 77's in front of him. So not sure what's going on there at that number 6 team, or that number 6 today. But he had a fast car early, but seems to have fallen off here as he sits outside the top 10. And here's some side-by-side action between Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch. But I do want to keep a close eye on our battle for the lead here, as Jeff Burton has lost a little bit of time. So we'll go back to it. It looks like Dale Jr., he lost a lot of time. He lost 2 positions. He was in 3rd. Now he's in 5th. And both the 17 and 2 passed him. Not sure what happened there, but now he looks like he's going to battle the 7 here coming into turns number 3 and 4. Will he be able to get the position? That's the real question here. Yes, he will. He does get the position there, and will take back 4th place fairly easily, actually. Let's go ahead and look back here at the 9 and 15 battling for 6th place. Michael Waltrip, I said it earlier, but this is probably the most we've seen him since Daytona. Like I said with Dave Blaney, he hasn't been terrible, but not the speed we've seen of his teammate and Dale Jr., but still somewhat decent. Just been kind of that guy who gets the top 10, sits right outside that top 10, but hasn't really been able to run inside the top 10 very much. So I believe he's actually in the top 10 in points, so I guess not much to say here. But Kurt Busch coming on strong here later on the run. He was out like right in that top 10. Now he's trying to get into 6th place, so working his way through the field. Looking back up here, Dale Jr. looks on Rusty Wallace. Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon have now spaced out even further, so it looks like that battle may not be a thing until maybe pit stops. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. We're on lap 23 of 38. At some point, these guys are going to have to pit. As we got a side-by-side battle between the 17 and the 8 once again. These two just keep on going back and forth. The 8's going to get the position there. He seems to have the better car in the turns, but the 17, even though he's running the inside. Oh, and we got pit stops. Green flag pit stops are underway. Your leader, the 24, is in. This should definitely be interesting. I believe the 99 has stayed out. So what will that mean for Jeff Gordon? I'm assuming Burton will pit in the next lap or 2. But we'll see who's able to win this battle off of pit road. Jeff Burton will lead, I believe, his first lap of the series so far. What a run for Jeff Burton today. He's been somebody, he's been really consistent, but he's breaking through and running second all day today as he will be taking his green flag pit stop this lap. Let's go ahead and check in on Jeff Gordon. Actually, I'm going to use this. Where is he? There he is. Jeff Gordon coming off pit road right now. Will he be able to beat? He's running on the grass right now. Will he be able to beat Jeff Burton off of pit road? This is a huge play because I feel like if Jeff Burton gets in front of that 24, I don't think that 24 is that much faster than the 99 in order to make a difference. So that's what's really going to be in play here. I don't even know if there's anybody in front of him. Here comes Jeff Gordon into turns 3 and 4. Big moment right here. This could be Jeff Gordon's 3rd win of the season. If he's able to do this, this could be the difference. We'll see if he gets in front of the 99. Actually, he might have lost some positions there. Yeah, Rusty Wallace is in front of him. I believe that means the 99 should be in front of him. Let's see where the 99's at. A rough break for the 99 as it looks like they have the damage glitch that has been plaguing this league. If you guys know how to fix this glitch, please let me know down in the comment section below, because that has ruined Jeff Burton's race. They obviously did not have any damage, nothing like that. And here they sit on pit road. So if you guys can please tell me how to fix this glitch. This was a day that maybe Jeff Burton could have won, and it has ended his race. So please let me know if you guys know how to fix this glitch. But we have to play with it right now. And Rusty Wallace is now in 2nd place. I think you can guess who's in 1st place at the moment. Jeff Gordon. Without, I think, honestly, if you look at where Rusty Wallace is in comparison to Jeff Gordon, I mean, I guess they were about that far, so maybe not. But I feel like Jeff Burton might have taken that lead, but we'll never know now that we have that beautiful glitch. And the two of Rusty Wallace, he obviously got his win at Bristol, but other than that has been just quiet. But here he is today at Auto Club as he faces a battle with Kurt Busch, but he's been quiet, and here he is today running in the top 5, so shout out to him. Definitely some momentum this team could use. And the 97 of Kurt Busch passes the 2. Now, we saw this story a week ago, or not really a week, but a race ago. Kurt Busch has a decent first half of the race at Martinsville, running in the top 10, right? Then, all of a sudden, finds himself in 2nd place at Martinsville after, there wasn't pit stops, but after a caution. Is able to work down and pass Mark Martin in the closing laps of the race and get his 2nd win of the season. But no, this is not the first time this has happened, because if you go back to Darlington, his 1st win of the season, Kurt Busch has a decent first half of the race, maybe running top 5, top 10. And then after green flag pit stops, finds himself in 2nd, and even though Tony Stewart has an insurmountable lead, as I always call it, he somehow finds the speed, works his way up, and wins the race. And here we go. Could this be win number 3 for Kurt Busch? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But speaking of waiting and seeing, we're going to go ahead and go to our first commercial break, probably only commercial break of the event today. And I'll see you guys after a word from our partners. Today, I would like to give a shout out to one of my partners and good friends, the Beast9696, as he now has a Twitch channel, or he's had it for quite a while. I don't know why I said now, but he has a Twitch channel, and he does a lot of cool stuff like Apex Legends. He does Assassin's Creed Origins, and he does plenty more. Those are just the 2 that I've probably seen him do the most, but he does a lot more. He might even do NASCAR at times. I'm not sure. But he has a great channel. Yes, you go and type that link in your browser. Once you're done with this, or you can open a new tab or something like that, type that link in, or you can look down below in the description in the partners section of our description, and you can find him there. But I highly recommend go watching him. He's definitely a great streamer. He's been on the grind. He was a Mixer streamer before Mixer died, and moved over to Twitch, so he's kind of trying to regain his footing that he had over at Mixer. So be sure to go check him out, and thank you, Beast, for being a partner. All right, when we left you, the leader was Jeff Gordon. Guess what? It is still Jeff Gordon. If we look in 2nd place here, We got Kurt Busch, of course. He has not gained any on Jeff Gordon, but he's just chilling in second. Rusty Wallace, though, battling for third place with Michael Waltrip. But Michael Waltrip, though, he's somebody we haven't heard much from this year. We've said it pretty much all race long. Definitely his best race of the season outside of maybe Daytona. And glad to see that 15 running well. Hopefully this is a sign of what's to come. The 2 of Rusty Wallace, though, he's also having a great day for him. He's already got a win under his belt, but still a great top 5 finish for him so far, or top 5 race. Here's the 77 of Dave Blaney running in the 5th position. He is somebody who hasn't had the greatest of seasons, but you know, if this is a sign of what's to come, you might want to Dave Blaney fans, if they do exist, might want to get a little excited. I don't know. I'm not sure what team he runs for, but he's been slowly but surely, I've been seeing him have better and better performances. So see if he's able to work on that. Behind him is Mark Martin, or Dale Jr. actually, who has definitely seen better positions. He's up front, like they leave third earlier in this race, as Mark Martin's going to get to his inside. There's a 99 of Jeff Burton down in like what 40th or something like that. He's laps down. But Mark Martin on his inside, I think he's probably going to get the position here. But look behind the 99, and you see the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. We said earlier it looked like Tony Stewart was going to finish in front of him and take the points lead. No, no, no. Jimmy Johnson has found himself in front of that 20 of Tony Stewart, running in 6th place right now. And shout out to that 48 team. They were running outside the top 15, but they've worked their way up into the top 10. So great job by that team right there. Looking back, Dale Jarrett, somebody we haven't talked about all day long. He's found himself inside the top 10. And good job by that team. The 17 of Matt Kenseth, he was up in, what, 2nd and 3rd. He started 2nd on the race, but looks like maybe something happened during pit stops, or I don't know, but he currently sits in 9th place with Ricky Rudd on his inside in 10th. He's having a solid day for that team. I think we just skipped somebody. Yeah, we skipped the 12 of Ryan Newman, who sits in, ironically, I believe 12th. He's just been kind of solid all day long. Bobby Labonte in the 18, having a good day for that team. Ricky Craven in the 32 and 14th. We haven't heard much from him all season long, but having a solid day today. Robbie Gordon in the 31, I believe, in 15th. He's somebody who I thought maybe would do a little better than this, but still, all in all, has not been all too bad. The 19 of Jeremy Mayfield, oozing with talent. Sits in 16th. He's had just a rough season all in all, but I guess it's a good one since he's got so much talent. Steve Park in 17th. We haven't talked much of him, but Kyle Petty, the 45. He started in the top 5, I believe, 6th maybe. He has fallen back. Not surprising, but Kevin Harvick. Let's give a shout out to that 29 team here today. A great performance for them in 19th. That's probably their 2nd best finish on the season, I would say, and they're going for 18th. So shout out to that team. Great race for them. The sarcasm levels are off the roof right now. The 9 of Bill Elliott, got to be disappointing for him. He's currently 3rd in the point standings. I don't know how much longer that will last after today's 20th place, or right around the top 20 performance. It's unfortunate for that team, but Johnny Benson in the 10 you saw in front of him. Elliott Sadler in the 22. There's John Andretti in the 43. It's actually the final lap, so we're not going to be able to go all the way through the field. We're going to go back up to Jeff Gordon, who is your leader. As he goes through turns 3 and 4, he will lead us to the white flag. And I don't think he has really much to worry about, as he will very likely be headed towards his 3rd win of the season, as he brings us to the white flag, presented by NASCAR Manager Sim League. Those 2 lap cars right there behind him. And we can quickly look back to Kurt Busch, who is a ways behind Jeff Gordon as he comes through turn number 2. He's had a great season so far, already 2 wins, heading towards his 3rd of the season. He's the first one to ever get 3 wins in a season so far. Of course, it's the first season, so it's not saying much, but He is the all-time wins leader, hey, and your all-time wins leader is coming out of turn number 4 as Jeff Gordon. I believe this is a hometown track, maybe Sonoma, but he will win Auto Club. Great job by the number 24 team today. They have led every single lap of the race. Or no, Jeff Burton led one. All but one of the race. Almost was the second person to do that. He was the first one to do it, so he'd be the second time he's done that this season. But every time that 24 team wins, it is dominating fashion. You got to look at Texas. Dominated that race. Even got in a wreck and still won. You look at Rockingham, the second race of the season. Dominated that race. Didn't lead every single lap like he did at Texas, but worked his way up through the field and got that win. Today, starts on the pole. He was my favorite today, and finally got one right, if I say so myself. And great job by that 24 team. This is definitely a championship threat. You got to point out, though, even though he had 2 wins going into this race, he was, 6th or 7th, so maybe a little more consistency needs to be seen, but we'll see what his points are looking like after this race. I can guarantee you they're definitely looking pretty good, so great job of that 24 team, definitely clicking right now. Let's take a look at the final results here, our top 10 results. Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, he's having a great season after a rough start. Michael Waltrip, 3rd. Rusty Wallace, 4th. Dale Jarrett, 5th. Mark Martin, 6th. Jimmy Johnson, 7th. Dale Jr., 8th. 21 of Ricky Rudd, 9th. And Dave Blaney rounds out your top 10. I do want to quickly check, where did Tony Stewart go? I'm assuming he had the same glitch that Jeff Burton did, which is very detrimental to his point situation. Let's go ahead and try and find him here. Yeah, I think I just saw the 20. I could be mistaken. Oh, he actually had an issue, unlike Jeff Burton there in 40th. Tony Stewart actually had a piston issue, so that's unfortunate for that team. And yeah, you can go ahead and look at these results here. Pause the screen if you want. And let's go ahead and finish this puppy off. Let's take a look at the point standings now, because I'm sure they have been shaken up. Richmond next. We'll talk about that in just a second. Jimmy Johnson, obviously still your points leader. He's got an 84-point lead on Jeff Gordon. Tony Stewart's last place finish. He was 1 point behind Jimmy Johnson. This is what I love about this point system. And now he is 110 points behind Jimmy Johnson, even though he finished in, 7th, so a major difference there. And, wow, a tough break for that 20 team. But Jeff Gordon now with 3 wins on the season finds himself in 2nd place in the points, and this might become a battle between 2 Hendrick teammates, Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, and should be a fun one to watch, see if Gordon's able to reel in that number 48 of Jimmy Johnson. But anyways, still going through the field, Bill Elliott and Ryan Newman, they sit in 5th and 6th. Bill Elliott, I can't stress this enough, has been very consistent this year. Unfortunately, did not have a great race recently. And Rusty Wallace in 7th place. He's working his way up through the field. He's starting to get some better results. Like I said, a slow start to the season, but has started to kind of shine here as of recent. Dale Jarrett in 8th place. He's somebody who didn't have a great start to the race and was able to finish well. Remember, he has a win as well as Rusty Wallace, so that definitely helps them. Mark Martin finally starting to work his way back up through the points. He's somebody who, I think, if he didn't have those, I think he had an issue where he couldn't finish the race and got caught up in a wreck or 2. If he didn't get caught up in those wrecks, if he was able to finish those races, I think he would be up here with these guys. He's definitely been a great driver, and if he's able to finish some of those wins, I mean, he still doesn't have a win to this point, so he's definitely got to figure that part out. Kurt Busch, I think he's out in 12th or 13th. He is your winner at Martinsville, finished 2nd today, so a great 2-race stretch for that 97 team has put him back into 10th place in the points. Dale Jr., he's somebody who, I mean, he hasn't been bad, obviously, but he's been slowly sliding down in the points. He was up here at one point, and he's now found himself outside the top 10, so he wants to figure that out. And look at his teammate, Michael Waltrip. We said he hasn't been all that good so far, but he's up in 12th place now. And I'm going to go ahead. Jeff Burton, that's unfortunate. I believe he was in the top 10 before this, but obviously, as you saw, he was unable to finish the race. Or he did finish the race, but he had that glitch happen to him. There's Jeff Green. I don't think we didn't say anything about him, so he must have had an off race at Auto Club, but we've been talking a lot about him so far, so I guess it's time we stop. But we're going to go ahead and go down through. There's Kevin Harvick in 27th. Had his probably his best finish of the year so far at whatchamacallit, Martinsville, or no, not Martinsville, just today at Auto Club. So there we go. Here is 21st through 40th here, and the points. You guys can pause and look at that. And then finally we'll go ahead and look at 41st through 60th. There's actually more to go here. There's these guys. And last but not least, here is, let me click on that. There is your 61 and the 62nd. And that'll do it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below your guys' thoughts. Next up, we got Richmond International Raceway. That should definitely be a fun race to watch. And I hope to see you guys all there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, stop wasting my time trying to get mine, get out the way, move, trying to get paid, bands on the way, just bought a safe, ooh, crib with a gate, I need me a lake, but that's on the way, ooh, yeah, that's on the way, yeah, that's on the